Have you ever wanted to buy a Royal Champion skin? Then this video is for you, because today I'm going to rank every Royal Champion skin from worst to best. Starting with the worst one, the Jungle Champion. This skin has a very basic design and the animations look really weird, like she is throwing her spear through her own belly. The Rogue Champion. This is one design I don't like, but that's not the worst part, because it also has pretty much no custom animations and lacks visual effects. And by the way, make sure to stick around for the entire ranking, because you will probably see a lot of things that you have never seen before. Shadow Champion. This is a controversial one, however I don't think it should be any higher than this, because there's not that much work put into the design. I mean, it has very basic clothing. However, back in the day I loved this skin, because we didn't have many skins and getting a new skin was very special for us. Cool to see how everything can change. Jolie Champion. This is the first legendary skin on this list, but it absolutely doesn't feel like a legendary skin. The green colors in the design look really ugly and the spear animations aren't great either. But what is even worse is that the spear doesn't fit the Christmas theme at all. To be honest, it looks more like a firework rocket. So I guess Merry Christmas and also Happy New Year. Primal Champion. This one is completely brown, which is something I'm not a fan of. But I do like how they changed her Seeking Shield into a turtle, and what makes it so cool is that she's actually using her turtle during the Seeking Shield ability. However, I still kinda dislike it, because when I was young I really loved turtles. The Turtle Guy. Winter Champion. This is the first Royal Champion skin ever released, and not gonna lie, I think this skin is pretty solid. I like how she kinda looks like a wizard, but since it's one of the older skins, it's really lacking custom animations and visual effects. Painter Champion. The Painter set is by far my most hated skin set. I just don't like this design with that outfit at all, but I do like that she has a paintbrush as her spear. However, during attacks there are no paint visuals. I would have loved to see paint appear on buildings when she hits them. Pixel Champion. This is a controversial skin, however for me I don't really like it. It really makes me think of Pixel Gun 3D, which is a game I used to play back in the day, where you could literally draw your own skins. I wish we could actually have that in Clash of Clans. I mean, that would be really cool. Space Champion. This skin actually has great visual effects, because when she walks you can see white sparkles, and when she shoots we can see a blue laser. However, this design with that glass helmet looks really bad. Anime Champion. For me this one is overrated. I mean, just look at the design, it's not a lot different compared to the standard skin. Aside from that, it does have some cool animations. For example, I like how she has the spear on her back, and the moment she wants to attack, she picks it from behind to do damage. Goblin Champion. First off, it's really cool how she comes to you on her Seeking Shield. So I thought I'm gonna try it myself, however it didn't go as planned. Anyways, during attacks it's cool how she walks and throws her spear, but unfortunately this skin is really lacking some cool visual effects. Summer Champion. This is a standard skin, but what does that actually mean? Well, a standard skin is basically a cheaper version of a legendary skin. However, for me this one is actually quite a good skin, because she has a nice summer style. Besides that, it's also cool that she has a basket with a lot of small white balls. And during the Seeking Shield animation we can actually see one of those balls being thrown. League Champion. This is something you will probably never expect, but I have to be honest, because this skin has many bugs in the animations. For example, when she throws her spear, the ribbon suddenly changes from yellow to blue. And when she throws her shield, it suddenly goes back to the default shield. This is really disappointing, because for 2000 CWL medals it should be a really special skin. That's one thing a lot of people actually don't know, and that's why watching the entire ranking is useful, because you will discover things you didn't know. Gladiator Champion. This is actually one of the older skins, and back in the day for many players that was one of their favorite skins, because compared to the other skins at the time it was much better. But the reason it's not higher is because the animations are very simple and this skin has no sound effects, which the Party Champion actually has. Party Champion. This skin has many party sound effects, and it's cool how she's using a radio instead of a spear. However, the reason it's only at place 31 is because the design is not the best. Pirate Champion. This used to be one of my favorite Royal Champion skins back in the day, because of the nice gold and blue color combo in the design. Now I wish they would actually rework some of the older skins animations, because if they did that, this one would be so much higher. Gingerbread Champion. This one has really cool visual effects, because when walking you can see candy that falls, and when hitting buildings we can see nice blue fire. However, for me this design is very goofy, I don't like it. Dark Ages Champion. This one is kind of a forgettable skin, even though I really love the design. It makes me think of a Mega Knight in Clash Royale. Speaking of Clash Royale, I'm actually at 11,000 trophies right now without any evos. Is that any good or not? Please let me know in the comments. Sniper Champion. This one has an incredible selection animation. That huge fire explosion behind her is insane. And during attacks, I love how she shoots arrows out of her gun. However, the design of the skin is very bad. If it had a better design, it would be so much higher. Wild West Champion. This one has a great design. What I like about the skin is the spear animation. How it's initially behind her, and the moment she wants to hit, she pulls it from behind. And the way she moves when she throws is amazing. However, when I see this skin in an attack now, I do have to say it does not look the best. Warrior Champion. This one is actually one of my favorite designs out there. The gold in the design looks amazing, and this custom spear, I don't know what it is. If you do know, let me know in the comments. But the reason this one is not higher is because the animations are not special and it has no custom sound effects. Royal Scream Thrash. It's so nice that they really made her sit in the shopping cart, and the coolest moment is when she hits, we can see her stand up and attack, and we literally see the shopping cart moving during the animation. However, I personally think this one should not be any higher because it's one of the worst designs out there. Clashorama Champion. I personally think the Clashorama Champion is overrated. I get that it fits the Clashorama perfectly, but for me the design is way too similar to the normal champion. But one thing I really love about the skin is the selection animation, where an arrow hits the llama and gives her the idea to throw her own spear, which I think then hits the glass. Luckily that has never happened to me during football in the backyard. Future Champion. This skin has an average design. I do like the blue colors, however I'm not a fan of the hairstyle of this one. Aside from that though, this one has one of my favorite knockout animations. How she electrocutes herself is really funny. Skeleton Champion. This is one of the newest skins at the time I'm recording this video, however I think this one should not be any higher than this, because the skull in the design looks way too big for me. However, that being said, I do appreciate the amount of animations and visual effects this skin has. The Royal EST. This one has really great visual effects because every time she hits a building, you can see that she kisses it. During the knockout animation, we can also see pain visuals. However, this skin has a very weird spear and there are designs that are even better, such as the Football Champion. Well, I know most players would not put this skin here, but I personally love this skin because I'm a football fan. In battle, the way she walks is really cool because she takes the ball with her while running, and how she shoots with a little chip shot so it goes over the wall is amazing. But yeah, as a football fan, I do have to acknowledge there are some skins with better designs. Champion's Champion. For this one, I really like the gold armor and a different hairstyle. One thing I also really like is that the spear constantly glows in battle, but unfortunately this skin has a really bad knockout animation. I know that's a subtle detail, but we have to get into the nitty gritty right now, because all the skins left are amazing. Explorer Champion. This one has instead of a spear a little dragon that she uses, and it has some nice fire visual effects. But I don't really like the animations with it. However, I do like how she uses her dragon to knock the seeking shield away. Dragon Champion. This is one of my favorite golden skins. I love the dragon mask with the beautiful green horns and how the water is animated in the spear and shield. Speaking of the spear, the animations are nice because before she throws the spear, she has it next to her, and the moment she starts attacking, she begins holding it sideways. Cursed Champion. I love how big this skin is, and she also has a skeleton chain which is really cool. However, during attacks is where the skin feels off because it looks like the spear is thrown through her belly. This is really disappointing because if that did not happen, this one would definitely be so much higher. Royal Officer. This one is underrated, guys, because the design is amazing and she also has that thing that's supposed to be a police siren. And during attacks we can constantly see that the siren is on. In addition to this skin also has a nice knockout animation where she's trying to get the siren on. Egypt Champion. This one has an outstanding design. For example, the golden colors in the design look terrific, but also the fact that she has a snake as her seeking shield. And when we press the ability we can actually see that she literally uses the snake to do damage. But a gold pass skin that's even better is the Ice Champion. When she walks, I like that she literally uses her snowboard. And what I also like is that while she's snowboarding, she first has the spear behind her, and the moment she wants to attack we can see it next to her. But for the design I would have loved the normal skin color and not the blue, because it looks a bit goofy. Yeti Champion. It's insane how they literally turned a royal champion into a Yeti, and we can even see the Yeti mites. What I really like about the skin is that she is so big. It really makes me think of the Golem King. And it's cool that every single time she hits something you can actually see the Yeti mites move. But for me there are still skins that look even better. Before I show you the top 10, make sure to subscribe, guys, because for rankings like these me and my team put more than 50 hours of work into it. But now let's talk about number 10, the Magic Champion. This is one of the older skins, but it's here because I really like the design and also the fact that she has a bird. During the Seeking Shield ability, she literally throws the bird, which is so funny. But the reason this one isn't higher is because some of the animations are in my opinion not as good as some of the other skins. Ghost Champion. This is another golden skin I really like. For example, the spooky eyes and the mouth are really cool, but the best part has to be that she doesn't even hold the spear, and the way she throws it with that animation looks really cool. On top of that, the spooky sound effects fit this skin perfectly. Mirage Champion. This one has great animations. For example, I really love how her hand moves when she throws the spear. That's how you throw a spear. Anyways, this skin also has great visual effects. For example, when hitting buildings you can see blue colors, but I have to say some designs are even better than this one. Nomad Champion. This one is incredible, guys. I mean, just look at that spear. For this one I really love the visual effects, because when hitting buildings you can see explosions, which is really cool, but I also love how she turns around to throw the Seeking Shield. Right now I'm back recording because there's a new skin and I wanted it to be part of this ranking. The Anime Furry Champion. For me the design of this skin is really good. I love the blue and grey colors in the design. During attacks she also has great visual effects when hitting defenses. However, for me she feels very tiny in battle, which makes her kinda difficult to see. Showtime Champion. This is an underrated gold pass skin. I love the grey in the design and that they turned her spear into a microphone and her shield into a mini skeleton. During the Seeking Shield animation, it's so cool that the mini skeleton actually throws the Seeking Shield, but I also think the way she uses her spear is really cool too. Dragon Scale Champion. We are now moving into my top 5 and these are some of the most incredible skins in the game. For this one I love the gold and grey colors in the design. When you tap on her she jumps in the air while spinning with flames around her. But what I love the most about the skin is how she hits with the spear. And the moment she hits the target we can see some really cool fire visual effects. Paladin Champion. What a terrific design. I love the white and gold armor combined with the blue cape. But also the spear she has and how she throws it looks dope. Besides that, the way she throws her Seeking Shield at defenses is really nice. But what I love the most is the visual effects, because we constantly see purple colors around her. Royal Ninja. For this one I like the red and black color combo in the design. It just always goes well together. But not only that, the grey hair looks really cool too. During the pose animation we actually see her doing a somersault. In battle I also love the funny walking animation and how she has a spear behind her, and the moment she attacks she grabs it from behind. But that's not even everything, because this skin also constantly drops leaves while walking. Red Champion. This is by far the most insane gold pass skin I've ever seen. I mean, just look at the design, it looks amazing with that golden spear. This one totally doesn't feel like a golden skin because everything is so detailed. For example, the selection animation where fire comes out of her mouth, the spawn animation she has, the way she throws her spear with those cool visual effects, and how she rotates when throwing the Seeking Shield. All of this is so amazing, but for me the best part is when she dies, the animation really feels like the ground is shaking. Snake Champion. This for me is my favorite skin because I really love the colors in the design and how she has the snake on her spear. And during attacks I just really love how she throws her snake at buildings. Now if you like this video, you have to check out this one where I rank every Barbarian King skin from worst to best.